Hey, do you want to be a full-time content creator? Do you want your moment in the spotlight? Well, stick around because I'm going to show you what it takes to quit the 9-to-5 and be a full-time content creator. By now, we all know what a content creator is. You're watching one right now, after all. Since the dawn of the internet, content creators are behind almost everything we consume on the day-to-day, and many of them make it look easy. But I can bet that you, the person watching this video, may have realized that it's a lot harder than it often looks. It's a full-time job that requires creativity, business savvy, and consistency. I know that sounds daunting, but don't worry. By watching this video, you will have a blueprint on how to finally make a living doing what you love. Also, hey everyone, welcome back to Learn with Shopify. I'm Rachel Fisher, and today I'm gonna break down how to build yourself the best launching pad for your content empire. We are gonna break down how to find your niche, how to build a studio, what resources you need to get started, how you can monetize your content across YouTube, TikTok, and Meta, how to boost engagement with collaborations, and finally, sponsors. I am spilling everything here, so you better like, subscribe, and bookmark this video. If you've arrived at this video, chances are you've already tried a couple times to get your content career started. Yeah, I know, it's a lot harder than it looks, but stick with me, half the battle is perseverance alone. Now, if you have started a YouTube channel or an Instagram or TikTok page and it's not going anywhere despite the fact you're keeping to a schedule and following your analytics, etc., I hate to break it to you, but it's probably the content you're making. I'm sorry, I know, but part of the creative process is checking your pride at the door and oftentimes starting from scratch, which is why we're gonna talk about niche. Now, before jumping in and buying a camera and lights and all that fun stuff, you first need to figure out what is your theme or your niche. What is the mark you are going to leave on the world? It's a big question, I know. If you've been stuck on this question or feel like your content isn't working, this is my #1 tip/reminder for you. Do not try to be someone else. I know, cliche, but you probably needed to hear it at least one more time. Don't worry, you don't have to have the answer to who you are. I don't want to spiral anyone into an existential crisis at whatever time you're watching this, but trying to be someone else is not gonna work. The internet will see through it. Now, funny enough, the answer to this problem may require you to take a break from social media for a bit because we are constantly bombarded with entertainment. You may be suffocating your own creativity because you're watching somebody else all the time. So take a break from what you usually watch and get out of your comfort zone. Jump off the deep end into movies, TV shows, art, books, and activities that you maybe would never normally consider. Make a collage of things you like or stand out to you, because if your goal is to be a full-time content creator, dude, you need to like it a lot. And by a lot, I mean you're gonna be making content about it all the time. So that well has got to be deep. Pick something you're really passionate about, because I won't lie, being a full-time content creator will take time and you will need to love it to stay consistent. Existentialism aside, after you've done some soul searching, see if your idea fits into any of these 4 categories. #1, educational. Are you trying to teach us something? How to cook, DIY, fitness, drop shipping? For instance, we definitely fit into that category because all of our videos are designed to teach you something. 2nd, entertainment. Are you not entertained? Are you trying to entertain? Comedy, game show, reaction videos, music, sketches, short films, etc. You get the point. 3rd, challenge. Do you have something to say about sports, world news, politics? And lastly, lifestyle. For instance, get ready with me videos, vlogs, travel, day in the life. Now, there's definitely some overlap that can occur. For instance, your channel could be educational content on space, for instance, but delivered in a game show style, therefore making it entertaining while still educational. Consider these categories as an anchor that you can always come back to and draw from. Remember, the most successful content serves a purpose. It's selfless, not selfish. So every business starts with a mission statement that answers the question, who am I trying to provide a service to and how? Content creation is an extension of that. If only I could think of a channel and I can use it as an example. So as you can guess, Learn with Shopify definitely fits into the educational category with an overlap in entertainment. We create edutainment videos for you, as we like to call them. Our mission is to help emerging entrepreneurs with the best tricks and advice on e-commerce, but by always keeping it real and fresh and entertaining. So if you take a moment to explore our channel, you'll see that we have a variety of topics that all come back to our mission statement. By the way, if you aren't subscribed yet to Learn with Shopify, make sure you do so. Now would be a good time. But I am curious, before watching this video, were you a subscriber or a non-subscriber? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so let's imagine that you've narrowed down your niche and you've got a topic you're really excited about. The next question you probably have is, what materials do I need to actually get started and make some videos? Now, the good news is, provided that you have a decent phone camera, you can get started with maybe a little over $100. Get a decent tripod, a lav mic, and a softbox light, and you're pretty much golden, pony boy. See, I got all of this for under 25 bucks. All of it. I got a phone stand, I got a funky light for transitions, I got a ring light for that even color, and then I got another tripod because this one was cool because I could wrap it around things, and that way I could take my studio with me wherever I went. So all for under 25 bucks. Okay, so here it is. We set it all up. Is it perfect? No. Did we have to MacGyver a couple things? Absolutely. But does it do the job that we need it to do right now? Yes, it does. So there's no excuse not to get started. The next step would be for you to build your studio. This is mine, it's very pretty. You need a space where you can consistently create content. Now, depending on where you want to set up your videos, this could cost you just like an afternoon of tidying your office or bedroom. Just remember that you want your audience's attention on what you want them to focus on. If you want to blow up on book talk or food talk, you may want to get a little creative with what you want your background to inspire. Maybe now is the time to put up those bookshelves and create the library of your dreams and use that as your background. Remember, it's all about building your brand and something your viewers can trust and rely on. Some quick tips: keep your backdrop clean, create distance from you and the background to create that separation. Don't have windows or super bright lights behind you unless you're making like a murder mystery content, because you'll be like all in shadow. Have nice audio, so unplug anything that makes noise, like heaters right next to you, maybe turn that off, turn off a fridge. Also, iPhone and Android have cool apps like Filmic Pro or Blackmagic app. These unlock your phone's capabilities and turn them into cinema cameras. I could do a whole video on this, so let me know if you want to see that in the comments. Posting schedule. You need to know when and how often you are going to post. Do you notice that every week we post at the same time? That is by design. But what is an effective way to map out or plan your content? I myself struggle with this. Spreadsheets are where my plans and dreams go to die sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. But in order to stay consistent with your content, you do have to find a way to organize that's right for you. Creating a planner will also help you build a strategy and keep track of your progress so you do not miss this step. Remember the age-old saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Wherever you choose to make your planner, it should include the following: an ongoing list of trending topics that relate to your content, such as songs or sound trends, keywords, images, people, etc. Not only can you find these as you scroll on Insta, TikTok, YouTube, but say if you're on that social media break we talked about, check out Google Trends and Pinterest Trends, for example. You want to look at words and topics that are hot right now. For instance, if the Oscars are coming, maybe you want your video title to relate to the Oscars in some way. So if you're a fashion blogger, maybe you make a video called How to Make an Oscars Outfit with Stuff Around My House, for example. Update these as you go and use them to build the titles of your videos. This is especially key for YouTube. Speaking of titles, once you have a list you're happy with, under each trend, make a list of titles for your future videos. Next, map out your goals over the next year. So many people skip this step and just go, I want 1 million followers. Great, I want $1 million. That's not a goal, that's a dream. But by all means, dream big. But goals are the steps you take to reach your dreams. But by all means, make a list of your dreams, but be specific and break it down, such as, I want to hit 50K followers in 6 months. I want to hit an average of 50 to 100K views per video by 3 months, something like that. Now, admittedly, how your audience interacts with your socials isn't always something you can predict or control right out of the gate. That's why it's important to also have actionable goals that are in your control. For instance, how often you post. I will post 1 YouTube video, 5 TikToks, and 1 Instagram reel per week this month. I will review my analytics every day at 10 a.m. I will come up with 4 new video ideas each week. Yada, yada, yada. You get it. You know what I mean. These are the kinds of goals that will hold you accountable and keep you consistent. Consistency is key, especially when you do end up having 100K followers, or ideally that 1 million. Let's think big here. You've set an expectation for your audience. If you don't post, they notice. Check out some viral TikTokers and YouTubers. Go to the top of the comments. You'll see people saying things like first, second, etc. That's because they care when you post, and ideally, you're gonna curate content that people care about, and this will be your future. Ideally, content creators need to be making and posting content weekly, if not daily, so you've gotta find a way to stay organized. If you're spreadsheet savvy, I don't need to tell you what to do, just go for it. But I did some digging for those of you like me, and I found a couple of resources that can help you stay on track. Check out Buffer, which has great posting schedule tools that works across Meta platforms, plus TikTok and YouTube. It's free for up to 3 channels, so it's a great way to get started. However, of course, a lot of the social media channels you'll be working with have kept this in mind when designing their platforms. So for instance, both YouTube and Meta services offer a post scheduling service, so you can upload all your content and set the posting time and date right through your account. You can manage both Instagram and Facebook posting schedules via the Meta Business Suite, which also has its very own planner. More on that later. Then of course, there's TikTok. So for TikTok, when you upload your videos on a desktop, you can schedule several videos at once. My advice, try them all out, see what works for you, maybe even try a spreadsheet. Just get started. But because you can upload and schedule multiple videos at a time, I recommend setting up a weekly schedule where you can work in batches. So for instance, maybe Monday, you batch film content. The next day or 2, you batch edit. Thursday and Friday, you work the back end and schedule your uploads and plan the content you're going to film the following week. Then Saturday and Sunday, you become a potato, surrounded by snacks. Because resting is important, and so are snacks. Being a full-time content creator requires a lot of hustle. But remember, it's all about longevity. If you create a schedule with no breaks, you run the risk of burnout, which often leads to quitting. When you're tired, it's important to rest, not quit. So you filmed your first video, now what? Well, it's time to edit, my friend, and that for some people can be the most daunting part. However, if you're great at editing, the video sections are labeled, so feel free to skip ahead. But for those of you new to this, stay for a visit. Luckily for apps like Instagram, TikTok, the editing aspect is super user-friendly and you can just start there. However, if you're looking at more long-form videos for YouTube or a video podcast type content, it's worth investing in some editing software for your computer. Good news though, iMovie, which automatically comes on MacBooks, is super user-friendly and has some basic designs and sounds you can use to just get you started. I personally use it all the time to edit small videos, and it gets the job done without any razzle-dazzle. Of course, the upscale version of that is Final Cut Pro, and then there's Adobe Premiere, which is what we and a lot of film studios use. Do you need something that complex to get started? Not necessarily, but ultimately, it's up to you. Just keep in mind, if you're new to this world, there will be hours of educational videos that you can watch online, so don't worry about where to find that information. Just remember that if you are a solo creator, building on these skills is gonna take time. That's part of the reason why being a full-time content creator is a full-time job. Just start somewhere and see where it takes you. After this, my next step is simple. If you've done all this planning, post. Just post. Stop second-guessing yourself and post. So many people complete all the steps before and then fail to do this step. Just post. Even if you think it's not perfect because it was your first time editing, just post it. You're gonna learn, you're gonna get better, you're gonna take feedback, you will adjust, you are just as worthy of being a content creator as everyone else. Just post. Now, it's time to talk about how each platform works, and most importantly, how they can each make you money. Thanks for sticking with me so far, guys. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button to let me know you want to see more videos like this. There are several categories through which you can monetize your content: ad revenue, fan donations, paid memberships, shopping, user-generated content, and affiliate programs. However, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok all have different benchmarks that you have to meet in order to start the checks rolling in, and you guessed it, it involves your follower count. No surprise there. But it makes sense, right? Especially if you're looking at ads and brand sponsorship. Whoever you partner with wants to make sure that promoting their product on your channel is going to be lucrative, and eventually that'll be you too. But I do think it's worth mentioning a few ways you can get the ball rolling before you hit those benchmarks. So across YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, you can promote products and services and earn a commission on affiliate links right from the get-go. Where do you find these mysterious affiliate links? Well, I've actually attached a link to a list of 45 examples in the description below, so feel free to check that one out. Speaking of affiliates, if you are planning on starting a business channel, you can apply to be a Shopify affiliate today. And while you're at it, you can also build an amazing website in just a few minutes using Shopify's free trial. I've added a sign-up link for you in the description below. You're welcome. Just ensure that whatever affiliate you sign up for, that it resonates with the audience you're trying to reach. So for instance, if you've settled on a how-to makeup channel, it wouldn't really make sense for you to partner with an audiobook affiliate. You know what I mean? You get the idea. But we know that eventually brand sponsorships are going to be something you want to get involved in later on. So start making user-generated content for your affiliates to start building a portfolio that brands can look at in future for reference. Next, begin crafting ways you can merchandise your brand. Not only does creative merchandise add value to your content, you can start selling even before YouTube gives you access to their shop. We have made a video about YouTube shopping specifically, so if you want to learn more about YouTube shopping and how you can sell your products directly from your YouTube video, then click on this video right here. You can also set up similar membership programs like Patreon to get the ball rolling on audience subscriptions. Remember that it's all about making your brand, your content valuable right from out of the gate. Going back to what we said earlier about who you are serving and why, having a clear answer to this question will give people more cause to sign up to one of these services. Why? Because you've made yourself and your channel necessary. For instance, look at us. Shopify is all about helping merchants set up their online store for a fraction of the cost and within a matter of hours. Its edutainment official YouTube channel called Learn with Shopify, this one, is here to train and educate new entrepreneurs on how to navigate all the nuances of the online business world. That's what we do, that's why you're here, and helping you directly ties into our brand and business. But once I have a following, how can I make money on social media? Well, guess what? I'm gonna tell you. Let's start with YouTube. The most well-known way of making money on YouTube is to join the YouTube Partner Program. To find out what eligibility requirements you need to hit, check out the YouTube help page or support.google.com. Once you join, you can start earning money from advertisements within the videos/live streams. You can also have access to channel memberships, super chat, and super stickers, and YouTube shopping. What are all those things? Well, channel memberships operate very similarly to other avenues like the aforementioned Patreon. It's a monthly payment by fans that gives them access to the perks you outlined for your channel. Super chat/super stickers allows your audience to purchase these stickers that they can use to interact with you in live chat. Then, of course, there's YouTube shopping, where you can sell all the amazing merchandise that we talked about that you created earlier from your Shopify e-commerce store, for example. Next up, the meta outlets. How can you make money on Instagram and Facebook? What can you do? It's very similar to YouTube. So you can make money in-stream ad revenue, fan donations through gifts such as Facebook stars, which is very similar to the stickers I mentioned in YouTube, audience subscriptions, brand sponsorship, and Instagram shop. However, you must switch your Insta and Facebook accounts to either a business or creator account. They have nearly identical features, but considering we're talking about building content creation as a full-time gig, I recommend business account. There's just enough of a difference that it counts. It doesn't cost anything. It lets brands know you're a professional. It gives you access to more insights, such as when is the best time to post, for example, which we talked about earlier. You can add call to action buttons for your website, so you can put like your link right there. It integrates really well with scheduling apps. You can promote your Instagram posts as ads and make shoppable posts via Instagram Shop. The list goes on. There's just a lot of advantages, so I highly recommend it. But those are the ways you can make money on the meta. But by the way, if you want to find out how to create an Instagram shop in 15 minutes or less, we've got a video about that, so make sure to watch that next. Going back to making your meta apps a business account, making your attached Facebook page a business account gives you access to the Meta Business Suite, where you can not only manage ads, insights, and content, it also has a planner you can utilize to schedule posts. See, I told you I could bring that up again. Yet another solution for my spreadsheet haters out there. After you've set all this up, then you can join the creator marketplace where you can be discovered or reach out to brands you love. So if you're a nano influencer, which is like roughly 500 to 10,000 followers, you can earn anywhere from $10 to $100 per post, or a content package of equal value. And if you're a micro influencer, which is like 10,000 to 50,000 people, you can earn anywhere from $100 to $500 per post. After that, it only really goes up from there. The Facebook Stars program is not only a great way to create income, but also encourages your audience to interact with you, which is important. When you go live or play a reel, the audience can click the stars icon, which is sent to your creator page. Facebook will pay 0.01 cents for every star you receive. It's not mind-blowing, I know, but with patience, it will stack. Facebook is also testing out their bonus program, which you can apply for. It's a little prestigious, and should you be invited, you can earn money on the interactions made on your Facebook posts. Finally, TikTok. Now, it's no secret that you can make bank on TikTok if you use strategy to build your brand and follower base, similar to all the others. Again, no surprise there. The short video giant has since expanded from 15-second videos to up to 10-minute videos and growing. Like those previous, you can make money on TikTok via ads, TikTok Shop, affiliate programs, content paywalls, and live video audience donations by way of virtual diamonds, so similar to the stickers in YouTube and the stars in Facebook. Like Instagram, if you want to start running ads, you have to switch your account to a business account. You can either start fresh or just switch your current account in settings. But that's not all. TikTok also has the infamous Creativity Fund, an improvement from their pre-existing Creator Fund. It's more widely available, rewards longer content, and can potentially pay you 20 times more than the Creator Fund. The catch is you have to have a minimum of 10,000 real followers, be over the age of 18, have a minimum of 100,000 valid video views in the last 30 days, must be posting videos over a minute long, be in good standing, and abide by the community guidelines. You also have to be located in the right regions, but that's subject to change all the time, so just keep an eye on it. There's also TikTok Pulse. TikTok Pulse is a revenue sharing model that allows advertisers to put their sponsored posts among the top 4% of all TikTok videos. What does that mean? Well, if your video reaches the top 4%, then you stand to earn 50% of the money TikTok makes from the advertisements it places next to your content. The caveat being that in order to be eligible for the program, your content has to reach, you guessed it, the top 4% of videos consistently. If that's not motivation, I don't know what is. In order to sign up, the requirements are similar to the Creativity Fund, except you need 100,000 followers on TikTok, but that'll be subject to change, so just keep an eye on it as well. Bottom line, it takes anywhere from 6 to 8 months of consistent strategic work before you can expect to start seeing results. But getting to the point where you are earning a full-time wage and can leave your 9-to-5 can take anywhere from 1 to 2 years. Just remember to plan for the long game. Anyone who's telling you that you can gain 10,000 followers overnight is probably trying to sell you something, or you're just gonna get a bunch of fake followers. Every case is different, I'll say that, but I promise that if you use the tools we've discussed today, you will get there. The biggest battle you're going to face is your own mindset that's stopping you from thinking long-term and thinking that you don't deserve to be here. You do. To review, find a niche you're passionate about that serves a purpose, create actionable goals, stay organized and keep track of your progress. Leave your pride at the door and don't be afraid to fail. You earn more from failure than you ever do from not trying at all. How do you become a full-time content creator? Well, you treat it like a job. You show up and click post. Thanks for joining me today. I've been your fellow content creator, Rachel Fisher, and if there's stuff you have questions about, let me know in the comments. I want to hear everything you want to learn about. If you found this video useful, press that thumbs up. And that's me signing off for now. I'll see you next time.